Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Pinky Hooks, everyone. I am your host, Shania Lancaster, and this is the Pinky Hooks special Christmas special edition. I know it's been some time since you guys have seen me. 2 weeks to be exact. Okay, let's not forget that I gave you guys that shawl with the collar. Yay! I did. So yeah, I know, but I know you guys are saying, but Shine, you didn't upload any dinner conversations. The last thing you talked about was that crazy potluck. I did. Woo! Glad that's out of the way. But nevertheless, yeah, I know it's been a hot second. But look, before we get into the holiday festivities of this video, I would like to say welcome to my channel. If you are new and you are watching this for the first time and you're just like, look, I just needed to throw on something while I was wrapping up gifts, something, and I just happened to fall into your lap because you didn't feel like looking for the remote and changing the channel, I'm still going to say welcome. Thank you anyway for not finding the remote and changing the channel. My channel is a little bit of crocheting. It is a little bit of talk, here and there about anything, but anything light. We don't do heavy stuff here, okay? And sometimes, again, you will see my pet rabbit, Ruby Sue. And yes, for my old subscribers, Ruby Sue is still alive and well and kicking. Matter of fact, she kicking it around here somewhere, okay? Because she left me a little present in the under one of my chairs in the living room. And I'm like, oh no. Nevertheless, so yes, welcome. Yep, I'm so happy to be back. It is a Monday night and I actually was not going to record because it's the holidays. And just like most of you, I am trying to wrap things up at work and get ready for the holiday. I am in such a good mood this year. I have to be honest. So, when you're single, sometimes the holidays, it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? It's a little hard or whatever. And sometimes I can get a little bit moody. I get a little homesick and I get depressed. But you know what? After last year of 2020, I'm telling you, I think it did something to me. It softened my heart, which is the way I've always felt about Christmas. I always had that Christmas spirit, but 2020 did take all of us, right? By surprise. Even the person with the hardest heart, like all the Scrooges, all the Grinches out there, they wished, I promise you, even if it was secretly, just for a moment, they wished that they could have experienced they wanted some of that joy to be like back just so they could be the Scrooge and the Grinch. But everybody was like in this horrible place. We were all in a crazy space that we had never experienced before. And I think this year, it's not just me. I think a lot of people are like, Christmas is in the air. You know why? Because everybody was looking forward to some kind of holiday that could get as close as to normal as what you may have remembered prior 2020. Yeah? Okay. So if you want to know what this particular edition is about, so I'm trying to wrap or put together my coworkers' gifts. And so I don't do anything extravagant for Christmas with my coworkers, no matter where I go. It's not because I don't like them or like that, sometimes it could be coworkers that I don't really get along with. But like I said, when that spirit comes in, I've always been a person that I take joy in giving. It comes so natural. I literally have dated guys in the past when they saw me just going berserk, rounding up gifts for my coworkers or ready to donate or something like that. And I'm not bragging on that. That's not what this is about. But those guys would say stuff like, okay, you need to slow down. You know, I mean, I'll never forget one guy who told me, he was just like, you're about to give everything away. But that's because that's the spirit. That's what that's about. And I'm that person that feels like, you know what? I'll think about it tomorrow, maybe. But right now, when you feel good about something, and not just Christmas, I just want to say this to you, when you feel the need to be kind, to make someone smile, if you just a nod in the store when you're passing out, when you say, excuse me, you know, or whatever, sometimes you have to remember that you may be the only evidence of the Christmas spirit. You may be the only evidence of there is still hope and still good people out there in the world. You may be the only single person that someone who is down on their luck, someone who is depressed, someone who is lonely, you might be just that one person that they need to look at life differently. Yep. You never know. You might be the only, just like, you know, and this is not, you know, like I said, you know, not to make anybody feel uncomfortable, you know, depending on your religion or whatever. But for me, as most of my subscribers already know, I do believe in God. And I have heard the term, I may be the only Bible that someone ever gets to experience. And what that means is that I need at all times to try really, really hard to remember, you know, the spirit of who my God is, right? So whatever your reason for the season, my reason for the season is Jesus. I will say that I am not ashamed of that. I definitely will say that, you know, and you have to remember that he does not want you to be unhappy. He doesn't want you to be unhappy. And whether you're just like, oh, Cheyenne, hey, I can't really get with that or whatever, just understand that the creator of this universe didn't create you to be unhappy. Yeah. So now I'm going to get off my soapbox. I just felt like I needed to say that to someone. I did. Yep. Now, the reason why I'm making this video, because like I said, let me get back on track. When I was talking about my coworkers, you know, I wanted to bring to you guys like the importance of not stressing yourself out about gifts, because I think we all tend to do that, right? Is that fair to say? Right. Okay, sorry. So anyway, yes. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of things. I mean, just, you know, that it doesn't take a lot of effort. Okay. So what I'm doing for my coworkers, right? There is, let me see, I share an office with 4 other people. Yeah, I share an office. So that is the team that I'm on. So there's 5 of us, right? Including me. And then I have my manager. And basically what I did was I was just like, okay, I'm just going to get something simple. It started off because, first of all, before y'all say anything, it's like my coworkers helped me out. They're subscribed to the channel, but not near one of them have ever watched one of my videos. Never. Yeah, they're just subscribed. Yeah, that's it. And like I said, there's only one person at my job. I mean, I got like a ton of people at my job that subscribe, but they never watch my videos. And then the one person that watches my videos is one of the IT guys, which I always appreciate him. Thank you, Andre. Yep, I just want to give you, but Andre's not in this gift grouping that I'm doing right now. That's a different story. Don't worry, Andre, I got you covered. Anyway, so like I said, there are 4 people that I work with. And what I did was I just decided to get a couple of little like knickknacks. For instance, one of my coworkers drinks coffee, Dunkin' Donut coffees to be exact, right? So I got their favorite coffee in the K-Pods, like, because every time I turn around, they're always like, I need coffee, but they don't want to drink the free coffee that is provided for our job. And hey, if you're a serious coffee drinker, I can get that. Because sometimes you're like, dude, I know what y'all got here is free, but I need this. And so I thought to myself, boom, that's their Christmas gift. I just went to the supermarket and bought a box of K-Pods, their brand. Voila. Because they're not going to be expecting that. And then I work with one person that, God bless her heart, this woman eats chicken all the time. Yes, she does. Wait a minute. Hold on. I think my phone is dying. Wait. Okay. Sorry. My phone was dying. I didn't realize it. I had to go get the charger and plug it up. So anyway, yeah, what did I say? Okay, yeah. So we got the coffee guy. Okay. So then, like I said, one of my coworkers, I'm serious. This person, every time they go to lunch, this is all I hear. What am I going to eat for lunch today? And they be like, oh, I think I'll have Chick-fil-A. I think I'll have Chicken Express. I think I'll have Kentucky Fried Chicken. I think I'll have Golden Chick. I just be like, or I think I'll have chicken nuggets from McDonald's. So you know what I did, folks? Bingo. Got them a gift card to one of those places, right? And I'm talking about like a low denomination, hey, basically a lunch, so that's what I did, right? I looked at the other 2 coworkers. Okay, so these people are like a Bath and Body Work person, or excuse me, they are like, look at me doing this, like y'all sitting here. I should just be like in your face, but no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm nervous about that. Like, I don't want to contaminate anybody, but I'm like, I'm on camera. Okay, I'm rambling because I'm so happy. I'm in a good spirit. But anyway, yeah. So my other coworkers, yeah, what I did was I got them gift cards, and the cool thing about it was that I got them gift cards that have multiple stores, like they're affiliated, probably under one umbrella. So it's like giving them a choice. I don't really like to do Visa gift cards and stuff like that. Like, I just wanted to be where I think like, okay, yeah, I know I've heard what you like. You say things around me every day. You say the same thing all the time. Boom, I'm listening, right? So that's what I did. Now, you're probably like, Shania, you didn't do anything, maybe except for the coffee thing original, but it's the packaging. Yeah, it's the packaging, folks. So I'm about to show you some ideas. If you are stressing, whether it's your coworkers or those family members that you're like, you're not that crazy about, God help us. These are some cheap little ideas. So I'll show you this. So check it out. I am going to, first of all, I went to the dollar store. That's right, people. I went to the Dollar Tree, and everybody has a Dollar Tree somewhere around them, okay? Unless you live out in the sticks. And guess what I found? Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Don't look at my nails, y'all. I know normally I have my nails done, but as you can see, I'm not even made up for this video, but that's okay. Look at that. It's a mini tin postbox. And look at this. Look. Oh. And then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put something inside of this. So then I started thinking when I saw these, right? Because I was just going to like take a card. And then for the people who got the gift cards, just put the gift cards, inside the envelope. Merry Christmas, whatever. And then like, that was it. And then put like the box of K-cups in a little Christmas bag that I done saved from last year or something like that and give it to the other coworker. But I was like, no, I saw this and I was just like, I got to bring this information to you. Yes. So check it out. Watch me. This is what I'm going to do. Hold on. I'm going to tilt the camera forward. So, oh yeah, look at this, y'all. Did y'all see y'all saw my sweater? Ha, y'all like that? This is my ugly Christmas sweater. Ha ha, I bought it from Walmart years ago. Yep. So check it out. So what I want you guys to see, let me put this down a little bit more, okay? Because I just want you to see, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take, you see that? Right? These are some nice chocolates. And at first, I bought 4 bags of these because I was going to give one to each person, or whatever. But the cool thing was that I was just like, nope, this way I'm going to take some out of the bag and I'm going to put some in here and I'm going to put their gift card in here. And I'm going to put, okay, hold on. Let me do this. Sorry. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, so check it out. So we're gonna do one right now. We're gonna do one right now. I'm gonna open this up. It's so hard to open up. Yep. I'm just gonna show you some little tricks because to be truthful with you, I feel sorry for people that they stress out, over gifts. Let me tell you something. I've been on this earth. The Lord has allowed me to be on this earth for 50 years. Okay, so we're not going to count. We're not going to count I'm going to say the first 18 years. The reason why I'm saying is because until I really got out there and was an adult and started working, right? So we're not going to count my 18 years, okay? But once I started working, I just never was that person that stressed over, why can't I get this bag of candy open? Hold on. And I think it's because I got lotion. Wait a minute. Let me grab a crochet hook and get this this bag open. Ugh, they really glued this together. Oh, look. Jeez. Wait a minute, hold up. What the? What? Ugh. Oh. Whoever inspector number 83 was, man, they was making sure their bag was sealed. Anyway. Yeah, so I've never been that person that would stress out and feel some kind of way. I mean, I would feel bad if I couldn't do get any kind of gift, right? But then I would just be like, okay, God gave me a brain, right? And I'm going to use my creative juices to see what I come up with. I'm not going by everybody's standards of what's hot. I don't care about what's hot. You know what I care about is that the people that I care for or think about are in my sight, and I know I have an insight to what's going on in their lives or whatever, that they are included in the gift giving. Yep. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just not that person. So check it out. So anyway, let me show y'all how I'm going to do this. And y'all going to crack up because y'all might be like, Shine, that's corny. Whatever. Okay, so here we go. First of all, I work with 3 women and 1 dude. So this right here is for a woman. So I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to take 1 of each chocolate. I'm going to put it in their mailbox, right? And because, like I said, I work with women, I'm just giving y'all my ideas. I ordered a fingernail file that I happen to like from Amazon. Now, this was over a year ago. What I did not understand was that I thought I was just getting 1. It was a bag, and each one is individually wrapped. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. So what it is, it's like 4 sides. It's, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 sides to a fingernail file. A fingernail file. And if you're like, Shine, you're gonna put, and it's wrapped. It's actually wrapped. You can't really see. I don't know if you can see it. I know there's a glare. There's a glare. There's a glare. That's why it's shiny, because this actually has wrapping on it. And if you're sitting there saying, Shine, you want to give a fingernail file? Yes. I just said I work with 4 women. Okay. Women always, I'm telling you, you know that women, somebody always be like, hey, excuse me, you have a fingernail file? Because we get snagged nails. Yup. So, bingo. So look, 2 chocolates. Boom. Oh, folks. Look, it doesn't fit. Don't worry. Don't worry, because what I'm going to do is tape it to the outside. So don't worry about that. I got skills. Okay, so anyway, back to the drawing board. 2 chocolates. Okay. Women love candles. I bought, now I got to take the clearance off. These were 97 cents a piece. Yeah. 97 cents a piece. I got this from Joann's. Here's the thing. I bought these. I mean, it was just in the clearance section. I bought like, I don't know, 5 of them. And when I tell you this one, and this is Yankee Candles. And if any, I mean, most of my subscribers are females. We all know that Yankee Candle is a name brand. Yeah. So these aren't no cheap candles, you know, but I got it for 97 cents. And when I say they're not cheap, like, you know how you get scented candles and you be like, you can kind of smell it when it's not burning, but then when you go to burn it, you don't smell anything. No. Woo. Yeah. This is a good smelling candle. So women love candles. Put the candle in there after you take the price off. Let me make sure, because they said 97 cents. I want to make sure that I took the real price off. Okay, you got that. Then, I don't know if you guys knew this. One of my friends told me today, y'all know I love to talk about the shortages in America, right? Apparently, there's a shortage. I lie to y'all not. Again, I will put the link so y'all don't think I'm making this up. There is a candy cane shortage, folks. Yes, there is. There's a candy cane shortage. The candy cane shortage, the reason why there's a candy, they said peppermint. That's what it is. It's peppermint candy canes, which is the traditional red and white candy canes, right? So I'm like, what? This is not funny. There are not enough people to harvest the peppermint, you know, the leaf, the peppermint leaf. There's not enough people to harvest the peppermint leaf, therefore not being able to produce a large amount of candy canes and therefore making America experience a candy cane shortage. Which, this is what I'm saying. There should be a candy cane shortage. How many of you guys decorate your Christmas tree and you put candy canes on, and at the end of Christmas, you got still 1 million candy canes that you probably just collected. Y'all not eating them throughout the year. You probably just put them in a drawer, treat it as a decoration, pull it back out for next year. Raise your hand if you're guilty. So here's the thing. I haven't put up a Christmas tree in a couple of years. Like I said, I've not really been, well, actually last year, yeah, my friend came and put one up. That was when my hands were like, oh, they were bad. And I couldn't even put up a Christmas tree. And my friend and his wife came and helped me. So thank you. Thank you, Anil. Thank you, Katie. Anyway, so getting back to the point. So I buy non-traditional candy canes, okay? I got these guys from Five Below. Now, what's so special about these? This one is a yellow and white one, but guess what flavor it is? Do you guys remember the candy called Lemon Heads? Yep, Lemon Head candy canes. Look at this one. Looky, looky. Woo! Look at those stripes and goals. You know what? It looks like a candy cane that will come from like Whoville, from Dr. Seuss, like Whoville, the Lorax or something. I just love the colors. These candy canes they're Skittles. So it's all of the traditional Skittle flavors wrapped up into a candy cane form. So if you don't care about the peppermint shortage, technically there's really not a candy cane shortage. It's just a shortage on the peppermint candy cane. So, yep. So guess what? I'm going to put one in here, and that fits all the way in, unlike my fingernail file. So what do we got? 2 chocolates. We got a candle and a candy cane. Now, this is the one that y'all really gonna laugh at. You know what I'm putting in here? Yeah, folks. If you're like Cheyenne, you're gonna put a hand sanitizer in there? Baby, I don't know who told y'all, but the pandemic is still going on. Shoot, you know what? I might actually get up and put a mask in there. Yeah, boom. Okay, there you go. Look, it's still potent. It says, did you all know that these actually got an expiration date on there? It says it expires. It didn't even say best used by. It says expired. Oh, I'm starting to sweat. Expired January 2025. Let's pray to God we all still here. Shoo! Yup. 1 hand sanitizer. And don't worry, if y'all like, Shine, you gonna give away your hand sanitizer? Don't worry, I got plenty. I got my own little secret stash. Put it in there. Okay. What else? And then I was like, okay, so we got the chocolates. Okay, so I'm making this package right here. So I'm not going to show y'all how much I got. Well, it don't matter because it gives a range. But anyway, here is the person's gift card that was just like, I like chicken. They're not even going to expect it. So what I'm going to do is, let me see what I just do. I guess I don't want to tear it off of here. I guess I just, leave it on the thing. Well, I might have to. You know what? Maybe what I can do is should I just fold it like this so it's still stuck on the thing? Yup. Look at that. Look. Ha! Fold it back. Put it in their mailbox. Yeah? And then I thought of this my own self. Okay, so let me make sure I got everything. Because remember, we're going to have to tape their fingernail file to the top. Okay, so check this out. I had bought, I love coloring books, right? And I love coloring cards. So I have these little coloring cards, some of them are biblical, and then other ones are just like inspirational, right? Now I'm not going to give them coloring pens and stuff like that, and they can color it on their own or whatever. But like, for instance, like, okay, I know which people in my office are not spiritual people. And so, it's okay. So I do have, both biblical and spiritual, uplifting phrases. So here's one. Let me see. Because I think that box has a couple of different ones. So here's one that's cute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Here you go. Because I got somebody in mind. But then again, I could put one in there that's biblical, and maybe it'll inspire them. Who knows? Whatever. Anyway, here's one that says, hope gives you wings to fly. And so, okay, can y'all see that? I just need for it to zoom. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, hold on. Look, I had to turn the camera around. There you go. Hi, look at that. Hope gives you wings to fly. You see all the little, isn't that cute? Okay, so look, I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do another one. So Here's one. Y'all keep looking at that picture. Here's one that just says love. Look at that. Oh, look, I gotta reach across. There we go. Isn't that cute? So, okay. I'm sorry. Again, folks, don't judge me. It's a one. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong angle. Don't judge me. It's a one-man show. Yeah. So anyway, what I do is I'm just going to take like different cards and, you know, like look at the sayings or whatever, and I'm going to slide it in their mailbox. So for this person, now I can't go through all of these right now while I'm on the camera because I don't want to bore y'all to death. But yeah, I'll take like one of those cards and then look, I put it in. I mean, it would have been cool if I colored it, but dude, I'm running out of time. And y'all know that if you're in the office like I am, you know, tomorrow's my last chance because it's people already. I think they're going to be off, but anyway, yeah. Oh, not tomorrow, but you know what I mean. People start leaving, so you need to try to get everybody's gift to them. You would like to get everybody's gift to them. So that's what I'm doing. So let me see what I got. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That is super duper cute. It was cheap. Again, let's go back over this, folks. Here's the 10, $1, right? Those bags of chocolates that I bought 4, remember, because my intention was to give like everybody their own bag. But then I was just like, you know, what if I give a flavor that somebody don't like? So this way I just opened it up. When I saw these 10 boxes, I was like, yup, I'll put 1 or 2. Well, everybody gets the same, you know, like a little bit of everything. And then everybody gets a candy cane, a candle, a hand sanitizer. Who in the world can't use a hand sanitizer right now? A little pick-me-up gift card. And remember, they will get, excuse me, a fingernail file, which, you know, I really wanted it to be, but look, I had got so excited. But I know for a fact, you guys, that my coworkers will appreciate this because we all be like, this is all I ever hear. Shy, do you have a fingernail file? And better yet, you know what I wish I had did when I was at the Dollar Tree? I could have bought everybody a fingernail clipper, like the mini ones, because that I always hear that. Yup. So basically what I'm going to do is just kind of like tape that, I guess. I don't know. Or check it out. Look. All right, so this brings me to my other thing. When people are just like, I don't have a lot of money. You don't need a lot of money, folks. So you go into Walgreens and get a box of those Christmas cards, right? And I know what y'all thinking, like, oh, those Christmas cards, you know. But look, this box, let me see. It's 8 designs, right? Excuse me. 4 of each design. So 8 designs. There's 32 Christmas cards in this box, and there are 8 designs. There you go. Look at the designs, okay? The whole entire box was $7, but I didn't pay $7, okay? I have bought a box, and we all know about the Christmas deals like the day after Christmas. I used to look at people, I still look at people like, y'all really out there buying all that stuff? I'll just buy like Christmas cards, stuff like that. I don't really get into all of that. So here we go. So everybody gets a different Christmas cards. I'm gonna tell you right now, what you do is if you can remember which card you gave to your employee, your coworker, then if you can still, you can still like give everybody from the same box. You just got to remember like, oh, wait a minute, I gave Lisa the Christmas ball, so switch it up. Trust me, a whole year is going to pass. They're not going to freaking remember. I'm counting on them not to remember, you know? Yeah. So you got, you know, simple things like this, joy. Okay. You don't have a lot to say to your coworkers anyway. You know, may this merry time of year touch your world with happiness. Boom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know, I'll write in here later. I'm just trying to make this video, y'all. I'm going to put the card in here. Yup. And I'm going to tape this. I'm a business tape behind here and say, you know, Merry Christmas. And people are going to be like, you gave me a fingernail file, but then they're going to get this. They're going to get all this. And I'm going to be like, no, Santa said hello. And so y'all can see the other boxes too. Look, so y'all had this one that actually has like little letters from Santa on there. Check it out. They had this one. It says, let it snow. And it's like gingerbread people on there. Look at that. Look. Oh, look at that. You see that? How cute is that? Boom, right? And they had this one. Santa is coming. Look at that. There's Santa. He's like, hey, I'm on my way. Ho, ho, ho. Yup. And got your little scene. Look at that. He got that sleigh ready for you. Now, that's what I'm saying. That's all I did. So let's go over this real quick. Okay. So the tins cost $1. Cha-ching, right? And then the candy, the bags of candy. So one of these bags, and again, you can get, I'm telling you, if you know where to look. Now I bought mine from Target. So they were like $4.79 a bag. But these, you see the brand. If you know anything about Garrett, don't laugh. I think it's Ghirardelli. Am I saying that right? Ghirardelli. They're basically an expensive chocolate. But here's the kicker. I saw these same, maybe not the same flavors, but I saw them sell like the peppermint ones at the dollar store after I had already bought these. Anyway, so again, $1 for the tin, you know, $4. Even if I had just bought one bag, I could have just thrown in one little chocolate, right? The hand sanitizers, these are the mini carries, okay? Right now, since everybody's like, you know, stocked back up with the good old Purell, you know, which is like, I guess, America's brand or whatever. Even if it wasn't America's brand, if it wasn't a name brand, you can get a miniature from the Dollar Tree for $1. Yeah. Okay. I'm just giving you an example of what I got. Then I had those little cards. Okay. I told you, when you see things like this in Joann's or Walmart, okay, every store has those little end caps somewhere in the middle of the store where it says clearance. And you're looking at that throughout the year and you're just like, what is this? Buy those little knickknacks. Okay, these are Yankee Candles, folks. Top of the line. Okay, I got them for 97 cents, not even $1, 97 cents. And I literally have a basket in my yarn closet. Basically, that's my hobby closet, right? That I'm like, yup, I'm going to use these. I don't forget that I bought them. I got like a basket, like little knickknacks. There you go. And then because I color, like I said, these are just cute little pick-me-up cards, like little inspiration cards. Like I bought these off of Amazon. So I already had these. Now, if you're like, Cheyenne, well, you know, yeah, I don't have those cards. What I'm trying to get you to do, folks, is to use your imagination. That will save you money. You don't need to spend a whole lot. And look, there's the other one. Hold on. I got this big one. Now, this one is not tin. It's cardboard. Right? From the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to have to tape this up. Because look, it's a little piece of paper for their... Hold on. Wait a minute. Because my boss, she likes certain candies and snacks, and most of the times I share them with her or whatever. And so I'm getting her like her favorite flavor of M&Ms or something like that, right? I actually have it. I'm hoping she's not looking. I doubt it, because she's too busy wrapping our gifts. She already told me. So yeah, I got her favorite bags of M&Ms or whatever, like you know, like the gigantic size, right? And everybody knows you can go to Walmart And they got those big old bins of candy. I'm going to stuff it in here. That's why her box is so much bigger. And she will get a fingernail file. Now, her fingernail file will fit in this box. Look at that. Yay. And the rest of it or whatever. And then she has this one. God. This one has the paper thing. You see it's all bent. You know, because you know how they throw things up in the Dollar Tree or whatever. So don't worry. Look, it won't even stay up. No worry. I'll just put a little piece of tape like that. Have it forward so that she can see that it's up. And then bingo. I mean, her card actually might fit in there. I think her Christmas card might fit in here. Let's see. Look at that. Her Christmas card is going to fit in there. She got the big box. I mean, it's my boss. I got to suck up. No, I don't have to do that. Again. Yep. So you see me looking around trying to make sure that I covered everything. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. Like, it's just something. What I'm trying to do is get you to understand, like, you don't need to stress yourself out. Jesus didn't come to bring us stress. He came to bring you peace. And was just like, nope. It's not that serious, folks. It's not. He just wants you to live the best life that you can live and enjoy this journey. And I felt like in my spirit that it was so important because it grieves my soul to see or hear other people lose their minds for Christmas when it comes to getting gifts. And if people are out there like, well, Shine, you don't have a kid that wants a Xbox. You don't have a kid that's down your throat talking about they want the latest iPhone. Let me tell you something. You're right. But if I did have a kid, okay, I'm going to take those same values that my dad instilled in me. Let me tell you something. I've said it before, folks. I didn't grow up rich, but we weren't poor. By the grace of God, we had exactly enough. We had what we needed. My cousin Michelle can vouch for that. And my aunt and my dad, you know, I know that they worked some extra hours. I know they worked some extra shifts or whatever, picked up another gig here and there, whatever they had to do. My aunt sold as much Avon as she could. She did, you know, had Avon parties and what was that thing that my parents did? Beef and beer parties. Like my aunt would get in the kitchen and cook a whole bunch of roast beef and make sandwiches. My dad go get some beer, may not have been the best. And they had a beef and beer party. They raised money just so that me and my cousin could get what we wanted. And they were very clear. Go ahead and make your Christmas list. You may not get everything that you want. And I honestly remember, Michelle, if you're watching this, you do remember when we would get the Sears catalog book. Y'all remember that? Let's go down memory lane, folks. Y'all remember back in the day? Well, first of all, I hope that most of y'all who are watching is my age, you know, like you know, around I'm going to say anybody that's at least 40 years old and up. We all remember you get that Christmas or the Macy's Christmas book. Wait a minute. Sears or Macy's Christmas catalog. And when you was a kid, you hurry up, flip all the way to the back because that's where the toys was. That was like the Bible for children at Christmas. And my aunt would say, you guys, okay, put 15 things down that you want. And she knew, like, it was supposed to be toys. Like, me and Michelle was going to sit there and be like, yeah, I need some more socks for my uniform. No. She would say, put 15. And then she was honest with us. And she would say, but 1 through 5, like, put the top toys that you got. If you couldn't get anything else, list the 5 top ones. But, of course, you list the number 1 toy that you wanted. And I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty sure when I go back in my mind, I know that there might have been 1 or 2 tight Christmases that even me and my cousin could kind of figure out that like, ooh, this was a little tight, you know, but we got what we really wanted. Like my aunt made us think about the one toy or one thing that if all you got was one thing, that's going to be the one thing that you want to play with all year long. Yup. And I just remember that. And so she did her best. Her and my dad did their best, you know. And then when, you know, my mom came along, you know, it was the same thing. I mean, they didn't say, hey, you know, it was just like, well, what would you like? You know? And I named that one thing I really like. I mean, for the most part, my parents didn't have to really, as I got older. I mean, a parent is a good parent. They're observing their children, and my dad could just figure it out. My mom could figure it out. There's like, oh, Shanya's, you know, she's an arts and crafts person. She's in the hobby. So they would get something that would pique my interest. So what I'm saying is, I done got off the subject here. It'll come back to me. But anyway, I think I just kind of got crazy because I started telling y'all about my experiences with Christmas as a child, growing up in the household or whatever. What I'm saying is that's where I was going with that. I was saying that if I had a kid, that no, I would do the same thing that my parents did, because and then make my child, not make, but express to my child, right, that this is the real reason for the season. And explain to them, you know, how important it is to be appreciative of what you have and what you can get. And I'm gonna tell you right now, maybe it was easier for me and my cousin because we grew up in Philadelphia. I told y'all that. Okay, we weren't in no rich neighborhood. So here's the thing. It wasn't like we had to compete. Like, I feel sorry for these kids. They think they have to compete. We weren't like that. You know, we didn't have to worry about, like, when we stepped out on Christmas Day, is everybody going to be laughing at us because we don't have a brand new bike? See, this is when kids had real toys, you know. I mean, yes, I grew up in the beginning stages of what you guys know as the gaming world. You remember Atari 2600? You know, I remember when that came out, you know, but what I'm saying is, I think the first year that the Atari came out, I don't think me and Michelle got it. Michelle did. I think, didn't we get it the second year it came out? And, I mean, my parents was like, we're laughing at that. I'm laughing at that now. I think the Atari 2600 system might have been what? Like, who knows, $50. That was like a lot of money back then. That's why I can't wrap my mind around these damn gaming systems now. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But I do remember that. And then when we finally got the Atari 2600, you know, remember, if you knew anything about it, it came with like a game already, a cartridge. And it would not be the most popular one because back then everybody wanted Pac-Man or Mrs. Pac-Man, right? So it came with one, and then, you know, if you were lucky enough and your parents had some extra dough, then they would buy, like, the most popular one, which was Pac-Man or Donkey Kong or Centipede or, yeah, Galactica or something. But anyway, nevertheless, what I'm saying is the area that we grew up in, we didn't have to compete with children. And let me tell you something. Even if we did, my parents was just like, let me tell you something. You will have what you need and some things of what you want. And their lesson to us was, hey, if you didn't get everything you want, you're just getting a lesson in life. Because in life, you can't get everything you want all the time. If you start instilling that in your children now, right, it won't be so bad. And it'll cause you not to be stressing out. Don't stress out, folks. Don't stress out. Because remember, all of these things are just things. Here's the crazy part. Just like when you were a kid, do you remember that you were super psyched? You played with everything on Christmas Day. And within a week, your mom and dad was yelling at you like, get this damn skateboard out of the living room. You didn't care anything else about that thing. And technically, you only had one toy that you really, really did play with all year long. So when I see these parents, I understand it is a love in a parent's heart that they want to just give. But you got to remember that, are you giving because you're like, well, I didn't have none of this. And I just want to make sure my child has everything. Your child will have everything if you tell them that you love them. They will have everything. And if you're like, girl, what age you in? These kids don't care. They don't care because nobody ever said, like, looked them in the eye and said, I love you. My dad, he would sometimes, and my aunt too, just randomly say, come here. And he would be like, look at me. And I think my dad was just like, wow, this is a little me. And he would just say, what's up, Slick? I love you. Yep. And I'm 50. And my heart gets just as warm and fuzzy as it did when my dad said it. And if y'all saying, you corny, whatever, I'm corny but loved. Ha! Yeah. So anyway, so that's my special. And if my eyes was roaming all over the places, the way I got the camera set up, I normally don't have the camera set up. I did it in a different angle because I wanted y'all to see my Christmas tree back there. It's the holiday, and then you can't even see, You know what? Y'all want to take a tour? Let's take a tour. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a little bit of my decorations. It's not major. I don't really care, but it's enough for me. So I'm going to flip the camera around. My little stand. Look at that. Look, I got a little Christmas tree. I bought that from Walgreens a couple of years ago. Look, there's a candle in the mirror in the middle, so I'll light it up and then it sparkles in it. Look, it's like a little spring, like a slinky tree. I love it. Oh damn. And then look, this is really cool. I got this from Walgreens like years ago. And then you put one of the skinny candles in there. Yup. Okay, so... all right, so I got my little Christmas scene on here from YouTube. And then here is my pencil tree. I wanted a pencil tree so bad. And if y'all like, Shine, there's no decorations on it. It don't need to be a lot. The truth of the matter is when I sold my house a couple of years ago, I thought I had everything. Come to find out, I left all of my Christmas ornaments and decorations up in the attic. Can you believe that? I can't go back and knock on that door now to the person I sold to and say, hey, I left something like from 4 years ago. And look at this, y'all. I got this Christmas topper. Look, from Amazon. I don't like glitter. And I was devastated when I saw it come. And I was like, ew, glitter. But look what it does, y'all. Look, check it out. So it lights up, but check out the ceiling. What? Is that snow? And snowflakes inside? Yes. And look, don't look at that, y'all. That is not a crack in the wall. That's like the paint from my apartment. I know y'all like, Shine, stop. Anyway, yeah. And then look, I got these little birds. Look, you clip on these birds. Look, y'all see that? You clip on the birds and they sit in your tree. So these are my first, I have to start fresh with a brand new ornament. Look at him. He's like, yay, look at this. Oh, and then let me show y'all this. I hope my godchild's looking at this, or the god woman, because she is in her late 20s. My baby, Katie, she bought, this was the first gift I ever got from her. She wasn't even a tween yet. And look at the ornament. Look at that. Oh, I still got it. Hold on, Katie. Uh-oh. She's little angel's a little old there. There she go. Look what it says. God bless my godmother. Oh my goodness. Yup. My favorite Christmas ornament. And then I put, look, the candy canes in there. So, yeah, I mean, hey, it's a tree. I'm good with that. And then on the mantelpiece, look at that. Let me turn the camera around so y'all can see what it's, okay, like this. Peace. Look at that. Peace. Yup, and they're little candles. You put little tea lights and then it lights up and you see the word peace. And then, let me turn it back around. This is pretty cool. Now, usually he sits on the floor, so let me put him back down on the floor. I was trying to put it up for background decoration. Let me put him there. So check it out. Look, my little Santa chef. Get it, Santa. Look at him. He like hot diggity dog. Look, and Ruby will mess around with it, and I'll just hear him jumping. That's how I know that she done ran around. Look at her. Get it, Santa. And then I have my little, these are, I don't know where I got these from, y'all. But you put candles, see, right there. And it's a set of two. This is like weird, but I like them. What else do I got to show y'all? Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's go down to the other hobby room. Okay, so I bought these, like, see these? I bought these from Hobby Lobby. So I just kind of hung them up around the thing. And then I put some little Christmas lights around this area. So this is my latest hobby, y'all. This doesn't mean that I'm not going to stop crocheting, but I'm in love with diamond art. Oh yeah. So I've been working on this. You know, I'm thinking about incorporating it into my channel. There is like a few people, one particular person, I mean, she has tons of followers. She's doing diamond arts, and these are my little beads and everything, and some more yarn. I'm kind of just getting off of the Christmas tour. Yup. And then let me show y'all these. So I got, yeah, I just have the, I bought two, and I just don't know what, you know, I'm not the best decorator, but look at that. You know, they should probably go out on the outside of the door, but yep. And then last but not least, the most important thing. Ta-da! That's right. I got Mary Joseph and baby Jesus. Little baby Jesus got a little afro. Get it, baby. Oh, my Lord and Savior. Yup. That's a pretty cool picture. Yup. That's what I got. Okay. So again, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. The other thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that, yes, I have not put out any crochet videos since the shawl, but the latest projects that I'm doing, they're big. So they take me a lot more time, you know, and lately I have been having some rough flare-ups, which is why I picked up the diamond art hobby, because I can't be without a hobby. I need to do a hobby. That's just me. But anyway, yeah. So I did everything. Yeah. So yeah, if you like what you saw, subscribe to the channel. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, and God bless, peace to all men, goodwill, all that good stuff. And hopefully, maybe I'll see you guys back here on Christmas Eve. You know, I'm thinking about maybe doing a reading. 'Twas the night before Christmas. I feel like I should do something. Who knows? Whatever. All right. Hi, Barb. I miss you. And Lisa Knits from Australia. Hello. Linda Lou, my best friend. Linda Lou already got her Christmas gift. You know what I'm saying? It's hanging on her tree. Hey, you know, Mom and Dad. Hello, hello, hello. My friend Anil. Hey, Bridget. Yes. Miller time. Love you. Hope you're enjoying your Christmas holiday in Wisconsin. And yeah, That's it. Oh, and new shout out to all the people, to the new subscribers. Oh, you guys, that is my Christmas gift. That's my Christmas gift. So thank you for subscribing, and I cannot wait to share more with you. All right? Bye, everybody.